Have you ever heard about Dr. Christine Blasey Ford? She's a psychology professor and a mother of two who testified against the Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, who sexually assaulted her in high school. On September 27, 2018 hearing, Dr. Ford stated, "I thought it was my civic duty to relay the information I had about Mr. Kavanaugh's conduct." And there is a she. I don't care about political tension between Republican and Democrats. I'd like to talk about her courage to speak up her traumatic story, which she struggled to forget through her entire life, but she could not. And I would like to talk about sexual violence hidden behind the curtains, because the victims rarely report. And also I want to talk about how we work together to effect positive change on our community. According to NSVRC, National Sexual Violence Resource Center statistics in year 2017, in the US, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 6 male experienced some form of contact sexual violence in their lifetime. And 91% of female and 9% of the victim of rape and sexual assault are male. And out of these victims of rape, 51% of female victims of rape reported being raped by an intimate partner that they're dating or husband. And 52.4% of male victims and 40.8% of female victims by acquaintance. They got raped by acquaintance. Rape is the most underreported crime, and 63% of sexual assaults are not reported to police. Plus, more than 90% of sexual assault victims on college campuses, they do not report the assault. 81% of women and 35% of men victims report significant effect on their life, such as post-traumatic stress disorder, and the lifetime care cost of rape per one victim is $122,461. Annually, rape costs the U.S. more than any other crime, $127 billion, followed by sexual assault, $93 billion, murder, $71 billion, and drunk driving, including fatalities, $61 billion. And this cost, the rape and the sexual assault cost, is only based on the reported crimes. According to an article by Suin Haynes in the October 29, 2018 issue of Time magazine, women across Asia are fighting sexism and assault by accepting Me Too movement, triggering a wave of women speaking out against sexual violence. In Asia, a lot of people believe that when a woman speaks up, so her story such as rape or sexual assault, that's the moment she dies, socially and mentally. So I see the Me Too movement in Asia as a highly determined movement against the society and culture itself. And Me Too movement positively affect to change our concept on survivors of sexual violence. We have our own resources in here, 3 local organizations that educate and help victims of sexual violence. The one is Center for Sexual Assault Survivors in Newport News, and second one is Response Sexual Assault Support Services of the YWCA in Norfolk, and Avalon Center in Williamsburg. And this is the contact information of the 3 centers that you can get. Yeah. Reporting sexual violence as a victim is not an easy decision. Most survivors are reluctant to go public, but hiding or running away is not always best option too. When Dr. Ford decided to open her painful story, she knew that her name will forever be associated with her darkest moment of her life. But she chose to speak up out of what she saw as a civic duty, and I want to give her a big applause on her courage, and I want to be the part of the courage to prevent and stop sexual violence in our community.